De Facto Podcast is privileged to have been founded on Wadjuk Noongar land.
We pay our respects to the traditional owners of this land and express our sincere gratitude for their ongoing guidance as we work in their community. She's like, I like that. I like that.
Wait, was that on Family Feud?
I don't know what, it was on TV shows.
Because once I watched this Family Feud episode and it was like things you find in the ocean. And this family's up there. And the first thing they can think of, he goes, perhaps a frog. In the ocean. And then the next person said, a crab. And I said, out of everything in the ocean, I wouldn't pick a frog and a crab.
Do you want to know something about frogs though?
Tip me.
Someone once told me that people can't feel the difference between.
I
No, I actually read this in a research article. The difference between damp and wet, but frogs can.
I said humans don't have the receptors to tell if something is damp or wet. Like when you take in washing off the line and you're not sure if it's wet or just cold. Whereas if you were a frog, you'd be able to tell if your washing was wet or cold. You know?
Come in very
It pays to be an amphibian. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Bumberclad.
Bomberclad.
All right.
I think we're recording.
All right. Hello and welcome back to another episode of De Facto where we discuss our 9 to 5 kind of relationships in another podcast literally no one asked for. I'm Nicolette.
I'm Kate.
And a big shout out and hello to producer Lainey.
Hey, lady. That was fucking awkward, wasn't it?
Hello everyone.
Hello. Also, another huge shout out to today's sponsors, which are Widges. The reason I feel like we've picked Widges is because I'm going to Sydney over the weekend and I feel like I'm going to be very hungover and I'm going to need some Widges afterwards.
To get you through it.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
Single behaviour versus in a relationship. Does this change as you get older? Friends of the opposite sex. Do you have to stop making new friends? Work wife and work husbands.
That was Nicolette's phone going off, by the way.
I have too many friends, sorry.
This is the third mistake Nicolette has made this week.
Please, enlighten me.
The other mistake
was when Kate forgot to plug in the recording on Monday or Tuesday, which is why we're back now and it is Thursday.
Yeah, well...
So a big welcome back to us to the studio.
Are you using me as your scapegoat?
A scapegoat?
Yeah. Nicolette?
Scapegoat?
Are you using me as your scapegoat?
Is it?
This is Nicolette. It's a doggy-dog world. It is a doggy-dog world. And you just
a big
need to...
scapegoat.
this is very nerve-wracking for me right now.
Actually, did you know how people always get sayings wrong?
I'm going to nip this in the butt.
Actually, you know how everyone says butt naked? Originally, it's actually buck naked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not butt. Buck,
Wow.
as in B-U-C-K. Google, not sure why. But that's the truth.
That's really nerve-wracking.
Shut up. All right, go fill us in. What's been happening, Kate?
Stop using me as your scapegoat. It is a doggy-dog world. You know, nip it in the butt.
Are you reading off your notes? Kate loves to plant a little
Okay, my idea was I wanted to try to use as many of these sayings and say them in a wrong way as often as
Until
I
I
could.
noticed?
Until you noticed. But noticed straight away and then I got the giggles. So it didn't really work.
No, it did not. But that's okay. You know what? It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. So, okay, what's been happening with me? I told a story when we recorded on Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to tell it again because I think it's funny, but Nicolette's reaction is going to be boring. So, insert your own reaction,
Okay.
I'd say.
Yep, go.
Okay, so I've That's rude.
Okay, go. Tell the fans I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
So.
So I have started listening to music while I have sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nicolette goes, fucking, yeah, I know this. And so the other day we decided to have sex, so I put the music on.
Not me and Kate, by the way. Kate and Will.
Oh, Oh, yeah. Oh, wasn't us?
No, it wasn't us.
Oh, that was
In
just
your
in my dream,
dreams.
Sorry. So we put the music on, connected up to the speaker, and I picked a playlist that was it was said sex playlist or sexy sexual get down to it playlist. The name tells you the action.
The horizontal dance of love.
Yes, 100%, except more explicit than that. Anyway, so get down to it, having a great time. The music is damn funky.
Groovy.
And then halfway during the sex, this just like deep, overwhelming emotion of regret and shame just kind of like wafted over me, and I knew I'd fucked up. And do you know what had happened?
I do, but tell the fans.
The fans, what had happened is I had forgotten in that moment that I actually am logged into my mum's Spotify account on my phone, which meant she got a notification that I was listening to a sex playlist.
And I'm sure she would have really enjoyed that at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
She probably thought, good for you, doll.
You get it, girl. You get it. You know, she's probably proud of you. She probably saved it to her playlist.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
You never know.
So that happened. I've had to come up with some new content because I don't want to retell the same stories. But I keep running into Nat Fyfe, the footy player from Dockers.
Oh, right, because he was just outside.
He was just outside.
Yeah, he was just outside.
That's the third time I've seen him this week. No, I saw him at my local coffee shop, and then I saw him at my place of work the other day. And it's just a bit like, it's too obvious, Fyfey. Like,
now it's obvious.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
And like, I'm trying to work.
And he's just showing up everywhere.
And he's just showing up. And like, also, more importantly, I'm taken. And not like I'd be interested anyway.
He obviously doesn't listen to the podcast if he thinks that he's got a chance.
Yeah.
You know what's actually really funny? This guy I know, well, actually, my sister told me the story, but she was talking to, she saw Fyfe out one night. And this is like a few months ago. She's like, oh my God, that's that footy player. Like, I'm going to go chat to him. She's chatting with him.
You've got to go up to them and pretend like you don't know who they are.
No, I think she was having a chat and she pretended she knew who. Well, yeah, she thought, I know who this is. I'm going to go chat to him. Getting along really well. And then she's watching on, my sister's friend's watching on, and I'm like, at her friend chatting to Fyfe, and was like, oh, his face just suddenly like changed. And he was like, really suddenly not into it, blah, blah, blah. He walks off, she comes back, she goes, we were getting along really well, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, me and Nick Nat were having a great chat.
Oh my God.
And she'd been calling Fyfe.
That's what I just said before.
And it was so funny. And my friend just like, apparently she just like died and was like, are you fucking kidding me? She's getting her footballers confused. Her custard mixed up with her jelly.
Yes.
She doesn't know what she wants.
Damn it.
So no wonder he walked away.
Yeah, nope, that's fair.
Yeah, I'd take it. Why not?
Yeah. Would you approach, if you were single, would you approach a footy player if you saw them out?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if I would.
Depends on what. To be honest, I'd recognise probably 4 in public.
Fyfe?
Kennedy, but he's not even a footy player anymore.
I don't
Fyfe,
think- Oh, I actually,
Nick Nat. He's got a baby and a fiance.
one of the Eagles guys from Cousins Day, the McCry man that lives in Bali. What the fuck is his name?
Who?
He's Max McCramey now. It's called the McCry man. I think it's a
interesting.
very successful business.
Do you mean Chris Judd?
No, same era though.
The hot era.
He was interested in me. I met him in Bali.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I was rekindling with an ex at the time, so I couldn't.
that's unlike you
I know.
to rekindle with an ex.
So I couldn't. But I know he was keen on me. He invited me over to make smoothies.
Oh, that's so Bali,
To
isn't
use
it?
his blender and make some
Yeah.
smoothies.
That is Bali. A acai bowl?
He dropped me home on the back of his scooter too. So
That's even more Bali.
I'm
In
pretty
his
much.
bintang.
Well, I'm pretty much AFL royalty.
Yeah, I would say you're the wag of wags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like Beck Judd who? That's all I have to say.
Who?
Exactly.
So okay. So I'm going to Sydney
On the weekend.
tomorrow.
Not the red eye, everyone.
I'm not going
The
to
10
Red Eye.
a.m. She's made her money, apparently.
I didn't even pay for my flights.
So
Whatever.
there she is. She's rich.
I sucked my dick.
Your dick. So tell us, why are you going to Sydney, Kate?
I didn't suck my dick.
You sucked her own dick to get
I'm
on
trying to say I
the
sucked.
non-red eye
I
flight.
sucked. Anyway, just fucking whatever.
Yep.
I didn't mean to say. So when this potty is released, I will be in Sydney. So you Sydney folk that listen, hit me up.
Yeah.
Let's catch up.
I'd say probably sunnies and hat because I reckon you're going to get noticed as soon as you get on that flight.
I'm going to Bondi, so...
Well, as the wag of the year,
yeah,
you're going to notice it.
I've been coming up with some jokes to run because I'm going there to meet Will's friends and family, so I've been coming up with a few little
You have some in the bank?
Yeah, just to really embarrass them.
Yeah.
The first one that I'm thinking, now actually by some I mean I've only got 3. So the first one I'm thinking around, because we're staying with his really amazing sister and her husband and their kids. First thing I'm thinking is when I get there, saying something along the lines of, "Oh, babe, I forgot my international power adapter."
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yep. Or what about this one? How great's Adelaide?
How good is it? And, the jet lag. I'm exhausted.
Yep. Love that one.
Absolutely.
Or you could do, what day are we doing the Great Barrier Reef? Where's Uluru?
Where's Uluru? And then this one is a really, I've really thought this out a lot. You know when you're in the shower and you have conversations? I've been rehearsing this one in the shower. This is when we're around his friends. I think his friends are all very cool. So I'm actually really stressed about trying to be cool around them, but I've got to be like cash cool.
Yeah.
Cool, like...
Cool, calm, collected.
I'm not trying to be cool, but I am cool.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A natural swagger.
Yeah, so I got my nails done, put a tan on.
Yeah, love that.
Anyway, so we're staying in Bondi. They all live on Bondi. So I'm thinking... going with this sort of, oh my God, guys, we did the Bondi walk this morning and you'll never guess who was down there.
Who?
The guys from Bondi Rescue. There was, I couldn't believe it. There was Hoppo.
Bacon.
Bloody Tripper. Honestly, it was like I was in Hollywood. A Day with the Stars.
A Day with the Stars.
Day with the Stars. Have you seen them down there before?
I thought they actually just shipped them. I didn't realise it was filmed at Bondi. Yeah. Can you believe that?
Why, Jingo?
The things you find out.
Amongst... ocean royalty.
And I think a day at icebergs would be nice.
Yep.
In case you haven't, that's the lingo for...
The pool?
Yeah, the pool.
That's...
icebergs.
Mate, Saturday morning, I'll be there.
They actually have a club called the 5 a.m.ers and they do a run and then a swim.
Oh, disgusting.
So I thought you guys would be really... The hockers.
His new hockers.
You're wearing them on the plane. You're getting there. It's all going to be good.
Yeah. So that's the jokes I've got.
I love that. If I think of any more, I'll flick them through.
Actually, if you can let me know.
You're probably busy climbing the bridge and getting the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually hoping for a proposal at the top.
So I was just about to say proposal at the top.
And you don't want to bring a ring with you just in case, or just probably...
Maybe just the words.
Yeah, words.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The jumpsuits, you don't get to keep those though when you climb the bridge. The jumpsuit you wear.
Really?
Yeah, the onesie.
I've actually packed one though.
Okay, well that's good then. You can just wear yours. Yeah. No, that's fine. The Opera House.
Yep.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much all I know about Sydney. Me too. The Great Barrier Reef. So.
Well, that's
Bring a snorkel.
Are the pinnacles there?
The pinnacles, yes,
they
are.
It's the 12 apostles.
The 12 apostles.
Yes.
Yeah, at least we find ourselves funny. I do have a really funny story. So I was with these kids the other day. They're like 7, year 2. We're playing sport. We're playing Farmer Sam. Are you guys familiar with Farmer Sam?
No idea.
Okay, yeah. So they all line up.
Sorry, this is primary school talk. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Lingo. These 2 kids are in the middle. And then all the other kids go, Farmer Sam, can we crush your muddy old dam? And the kids go, only if you have pink shoes on. And then all the kids with pink shoes run across. Once they're across, you say, go. Everyone else has to run and they get tagged. Or they try and tag them. It's a bit like Red Rover. Remember Red Rover back in the day?
Rules, no.
Anyway. So this time, I'd done the first few. We had a few kids in the middle and then I was off to the side. I was checking whatever, my notes, probably my phone, whatever. And then these kids go, Farmer Sam, can we crush your muddy old dam? And the kid in the middle goes, only if you're white. And I look over my phone. I was like, oh no, let's not do physical appearance. And half the kids are already like, woo! Running across the field. And all the other kids that are left on the line are going, oh, they're comparing arms. There's across. And then this kid puts his hand on and goes, Miss, am I white enough to cross? And then this other kid goes, he shouldn't be crossing his they're just like, everybody cross. We're not doing skin colour. Everyone's going to free pass across the not getting anyone today. It was so funny. And then I was like, okay, guys, next round, just what they're wearing, maybe when their birthdays are. Let's not do physical appearance. And the worst part was they're so innocent. They're only like 7. Like they didn't think of it as a bad thing. And it's not, but it was just like, oh, like, it's just, is that appropriate? I don't think so. That's just...
Avoid.
They're so innocent. It was so precious, but fuck, it was funny.
Fuck, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Last week, on the original episode that we recorded, we were talking about that OnlyFans billboard.
Yes.
In Perth.
Yes.
And Nicola, you said that you hadn't seen it.
No.
Did you notice as soon as you drove out here last week, it was right there?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, right on the way out.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
Wait, whereabouts?
Like
on the main road?
Where? Just past where the petrol station is. It's part of the petrol station.
Oh, no, because I turned right.
Yeah, but you're at the lights.
Oh.
It's right there.
Oh, no, what the heck? Is it still up?
Yeah, well, it was there on
Let's
Tuesday.
go get a photo with it after. Anyway, what Kate and I said last week is we're actually going to buy a billboard.
Oh, yeah, we want to get a billboard.
Yeah, we're going to get a billboard.
If anyone owns a billboard, knows people that own billboards, would like to get a billboard because we want to put some tips on there on how to live your life better.
Yes, and we were going to call it Common Courtesy Tips.
Yeah.
Because obviously everyone's heard our road tips for driving because, as two F1 drivers, you would think.
What's that guy, the Australian?
Daniel Ricciardo.
Hello. A big hello to you,
A big hello. Danny boy. We're going to do that and then we're going to do Common Courtesy Tips. So next week, if you have any when you hear this, send us in some common courtesy tips. So things like if you're on the freeway, stick to the left lane, etc.
I've got one. When you're on the I've got 2. When you're on the freeway and it goes from say 100 k's to 80 k's, you actually you don't need to brake. You could just take your foot off the accelerator and you'll slow down.
100%.
And then the next one, similar sort of situation, but when the speed drops down, if you're already going under the new speed, you don't need to slow down anymore. You could probably speed up a bit.
You're already on 60 and it's now 80. You don't have to slow down.
No.
Yeah. Common courtesy. That's a good one.
That's going on a billboard.
Yep.
Please, someone, we need a billboard. The other thing we were talking about in the other unrecorded episode is we would like to have a speed dating night. Connor, you get to help us host. And
we're going to do it somewhere and all the singles that listen to this episode.
Yeah, so
come on.
If you would be keen on a speed dating
it's going to be great
situation, we're doing it at Fremantle Social. I've already decided.
Great.
I'm going to walk there. Nicolette, get your own Uber, whatever. I don't care.
I'll see you there. Don't worry about it.
We're going to do it there. So let us know if you'd be keen.
Yeah.
I'm so keen.
Perfect. Love that. All right.
Should we get into it? Let's talk again about things we've already talked about.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, the episode name is Single.
Desperado.
Eckers. Single. Because we're talking about single behaviours versus in a relationship behaviour. And I feel like I have both perspectives on that.
Yes.
Nicolette, what have you got?
Yes, but not for a few years. I did a TikTok. I said, it's like me giving relationship advice when I married my first boyfriend. Me. Well, engaged. It's not sealed the deal yet. Don't worry, boys. There's still a chance.
There is a chance.
And as I always say, just because there's a goalie
doesn't mean you can't score. Actually, I say that. That's what I say. You don't say that. I say that.
I'm pretty sure I said that.
I'm pretty sure I came up with it.
I'm pretty sure.
And then I said it.
I said it. When we were in Bali and that guy was looking at you, that he was looking at you, and I said he was looking at me, and I said, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
You did say that, Nicolette, but I just want you to know I've been saying it for years.
Oh, okay.
So.
I actually said it before I met you, so.
Well, you could have, because I made it up. So.
Oh, there you go, Google. Kate made it up.
Whatever, Nicolette.
Rastos made it up.
I'm not your scapegoat.
You will. No, I'm going to think of one now. I'll think of one. Don't worry about it.
I had to Google it, don't worry. Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the first one.
Which is getting drinks for free.
Yeah, getting drinks for free. Single versus in a relationship.
If I'm single, I'm on a mission to get some free
100%.
drinks. Yeah, that sounds really, really brutal. But until we don't have a gender pay gap, I'm probably going to keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And until the 22.4% gender pay gap doesn't exist, I'm probably going to keep getting free drinks. Actually,
and it's always the guys who never buy free drinks that complain about chicks asking for free drinks.
yeah.
They're like, Dukes only want you for your free. I'm like, bro, you have no money. We're not asking you.
Oh my God, it's so true.
It's not you. You don't have to buy anyone a free drink.
Honey, we don't want it.
No one's even flirting with you to get a free drink. So back off.
I have eased up on the free drinks thing later in my single career.
But it does take a toll on your bank account when you stop
well,
getting the free drink.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough out there.
But I always do make an effort to get to know them. And I generally only go for dudes that I actually want to hook up with.
Or who look like they have money.
Yes.
Just kidding. Or am I?
In a relationship, I'm not going around looking for free drinks. I know people that have, like, people that do that are in a relationship, and it just...
Icky.
I don't like it because I feel like you're flirting with somebody to get that. And, I don't want to talk with dudes.
If someone came up to me and they were like, oh, ladies, we'd like to buy you around. And I'd say
no.
I'd say, thanks, I'm taken, but if you're offering, sure.
No. You say, oh, thank you. Get it?
And then leave.
Flash the ring, baby.
Yeah. Thank you.
But they're probably thinking, sucker's got a goalie, doesn't mean you can't score.
You know what? So they should. Everyone thinks that.
Can't blame them. You're only human.
Only human. Exactly. Another thing is single versus in a relationship. I reckon this one's a good one. Knowing your friend's behaviour might change. Like if you're a friend and then your friend gets into a committed relationship, you can't expect that same friend to be going out partying every weekend with you.
I agree with that.
To an extent. Yes.
But I do feel like a lot of people get into a relationship and then they kind of...
Fucking boring.
They become fucking boring,
Yeah.
but also they stop hanging out with their friends because
not
I get
on.
it. It's all exciting and you want to spend all your time with them, but also you're going to lose friends and you need to have a good, healthy balance.
Yep.
Doesn't mean you can't go out and get fucking drunk because I'm all for girls' nights and boys' nights and them nights. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Go out with your friends and get drunk and have a good time. But I definitely agree. If your friend gets into a relationship, you cannot expect them to be as available as they were before because they also have somebody else
to hang out with.
And
also, get yourself a FIFO partner, then you can...
Oh my God. This is the thing. Me, Nicola, and some partners are both FIFO. I think they actually copied us after we had our FIFO experience.
They heard about it on the podcast last week and they thought, I'm going to try FIFO.
And I'm just waiting for the day they have the same swing because that would be so good.
That would be good.
Right?
Yep. Not for them, because they never see each other.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Unless they're at the same camp.
Oh, my God, then they can be friends away.
Yeah, cute.
Oh,
so
but when
cute.
they come back, we could do like little couple dates.
Yeah, cute. Yeah, true.
And then we can have sleepovers when they're gone.
Great. In the love shack.
The love shack.
Love shack. Same with boys and girls' nights. Like, you can go out for your girls' night, the boys can go out for their boys' night. But if you're going out for a boys' night or a girls' night every Saturday without your partner, bit weird.
I think boys' nights, girls' nights,
together.
couple nights.
But you can go out as a couple too.
Oh,
but also don't bring that, like, if it's like clearly a girls' night, don't bring your partner.
Yeah. Don't be the one person that brings their partner.
Or like a partner's coming. Like, if partners are invited, we would have said it in the message.
Yep. And I feel like also...
You can vibe it.
As a girlfriend, and I'm sorry that this is really hetero, but if all the boys are going out, don't be the one girlfriend that comes.
Nah.
Let them... You're not one of the boys.
Couldn't think of anything worse, to be honest.
As much as you think you are, you're not. Let them have their goddamn fun. And do
and why would you want to go out with all the boys anyway?
Oh. Yeah. I don't know.
Exactly.
I have fun with them when there's couples. I can work a room.
What?
You know that.
We know that.
You know,
Exactly.
and I'd actually prefer to hang out with boys because girls are so much
Girls
drama.
girls are too much drama.
There's so much
Same
drama.
with in the workforce. You don't want to work with women. You only want to work with men. That way you can sleep your way to the top.
Absolutely.
And you
Absolutely.
get where you need to be faster.
Yeah.
And we've always said that.
We have always said that.
Just in case people don't know our humour yet,
We're joking.
That's clearly a joke.
A lot of the stuff we say is joking, so it's hard to know.
It is hard to tell because actually I'd say 99% we're just taking the piss. Except for the speed dating.
Oh, I'm serious about the speed dating thing.
Right, coming back in. Let's go.
Okay, so single behaviour versus in a relationship behaviour. What's the difference?
Well, what about friends of the opposite sex?
Okay, no, I want to take it back. So.
Oh, wait, I've missed it. Yep, take it back.
I want to take it back.
Yep.
I actually want to talk about me personally.
Oh, please.
So actually,
share.
I feel like we haven't had enough time to talk about me yet, so I really appreciate
We'll
that.
re-record it.
Okay, we'll let it go.
Scapegoat. Escape.
I'm not... Nick
Escape. Espresso.
in the butt. I'm not your scapegoat.
Nip it in the butt.
It's a doggy dog will.
It's a butt naked.
Okay, So I feel like for me, when I'm single, my social life, like I'm fully booked. I'm going out. I'm having a fun. I'm going to Benny's all the time.
Benny's.
I'm flirting with the DJ. We know I love the DJ at Benny's. Well, not anymore. Previously. I'm on the prowl. I'm doing my laps. I'm going to Benny's. I'm doing this little thing where you spin your finger and you let everyone know you're doing a lap around. I'm just searching for my next hit.
Always.
Like a drug, you know? Searching for my next route.
My next route.
No, but I also feel like when I'm single, I'm very much like go with the flow. Nothing bothers me. I'm easy. I'm chill. I'm chill girl. I'm cool,
chill vibes.
Girl. Yep. It's whatever. I don't care. Put me in a relationship. I've got anxiety. I'm stressed. I'm stressed.
You know, because you care about someone else, Kate. That is the feeling of caring for someone.
As soon as I get feelings,
you're a psycho.
I'm a psycho. I'm crazy.
You know what that is? That's the inner Taurus in you. The bull.
Yes. Which
coming
is
out.
Very awkward because my necklace is actually near me.
Oh, you're going to have to sell that on Marketplace.
So my behaviour is very different. I still like going out when I'm in a relationship, but I also I like to eat at home in bed and watch Netflix.
It's a nice balance, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a nice balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, okay. Does this sort of behaviour, I guess, from being in a relationship when you're younger to being in a relationship when you're older change?
Well, I reckon just in general you go out less when you're older anyway. Like there's no way I'm letting in some sweaty club line every Saturday
Oh, God,
at
no.
27.
Absolutely not.
Whereas 18, 19 to 24, sure.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Let's do it 5
Let's
nights a
go.
week.
Wednesday night. Thursday night.
Cheek. Tuesday
Cheek.
night. I don't know where we're going Tuesday night.
Raffles was a thing for a little while.
Oh, raffles on a Wednesday?
Thursday,
Yep.
Claremont. Mondo's Friday.
That's when Justin Bieber became really big, was Raffles Wednesdays.
Yeah. And the line used to literally go around the block. Now you drive past on a Wednesday, crickets.
Mm-hmm.
No
Because
one goes out.
People move to different locations.
They do. It's weird.
How do they know where to go?
I don't know. And how do you start a cool club? Because next week it's dead.
True.
Shout out to Metro's Freo for, you know, being the one place everyone can count on.
The Big Alfs.
Yeah.
And Benny's.
And Benny's too.
That's always been good.
That
I
has-
feel like back in the day it was better though because it was mostly just older people. It
But
was
now
none of
you're
those-
the older person.
Yeah, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of young people.
But I never used to have that back section though.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
that's why Benny's was so good back in the day because you go
tiny.
there, you see your teachers, you see all try and hook up with them. No,
Add them on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, I feel like but I feel like more down to it, your relationship. When like for me, the relationships I had when I was maybe like from 18 to 23 was it way more like very immature, a lot of unnecessary fighting, really bad communication, a lot of jealousy, a lot of trust issues. It was just crazy. And
Yeah.
like breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. What a fucking joke.
But now you're over it.
And now it's like I trust the person I'm with, and if they were to do something, I also trust that I'll make the right choice in my reaction to that rather than putting all the effort into making sure that they're doing the right thing, you know?
But I reckon you're like, what did they say? It's like 25 that you like sort of reach like adult maturity.
Like not get any more mature in this. Oh.
Now you'd be dumb.
Sometimes I feel like I'm still a teenager.
Yeah. But then I see teenagers, I'm like, ooh, tough times. Tough times being a teenager,
yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, and so I feel like definitely my older relationships are a lot different in that sense. And there's definitely more trust and flexibility and also willingness to work on myself to be better for the relationship as well.
Love that.
Whereas I feel like before it was very much this is my way or the highway kind of thing. And now it's a bit more like we're a team, compromise, talk it out.
Maturity.
Maturity, doll.
Maturity. Absolutely.
You read about it. Okay, so do you agree with that?
Yeah,
Do you have anything to
100%.
add?
Nah, I reckon, yeah, everything changes to get older. Mature,
Yes.
hotter, better than ever.
Excuse me, coming through.
Yeah.
We're growing our hair right now. It's whatever. Okay, so then friends of the opposite sex, what do you reckon?
I reckon this changes as you get older as well. Because I reckon when I was like, say, 18 to 21 out of high school, you have that really close high school group with all the boys, all the girls, like everyone's like besties, you all go clubbing, whatever it might be, hang out on weekends. And then like as maybe more people get into relationships, I feel like your friendship group sort of like splits and it more becomes like you're friends with your friends' guy partners instead of like, or girl partners, whoever it might be, instead of like your guy high school friends. But maybe you had like a really forever bestie, I think that changes. But I also reckon once you get into a relationship at a certain age, if you have like a bestie of the opposite sex, that can sometimes like slow down as you get a bit older. Like I feel like you don't hang out with your bestie of the opposite sex as much when you get older and you're in a committed relationship. Because like your partner becomes your bestie, you know? Like that's your bestie of the opposite sex or same sex, whatever.
Oh, I'm just sort of learning this now, but okay. I guess I'm not your bestie. All right.
Wow.
I agree. But okay, so for me, I have two really amazing guy best friends. Well, close friends. Pete 2 Feet.
We all, that guy on the red carpet looked like him. Did you get my picture?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, did you send it to him?
No.
Oh.
His name's Peter and he's got 2 feet, so we call him Pete 2 Feet.
Obviously.
And we met when I was in a relationship, but at the time it was an open relationship and it was also a long distance relationship. So I think that was a little bit different. But we met at a diving course doing learning how to dive.
Diving.
And we've kind of just been friends ever since then. We kind of instantly connected on a very platonic level. I have accidentally one time very drunkenly told his ex-girlfriend that we were platonic soulmates, which didn't go down very well because I think they were a bit rocky at the time. So, but I meant the platonic part bit. I feel like he's kind of me, but in a male version.
But still, if some chick said that to me about Zach, I'd be like,
sorry, who the fuck
back
are you?
off. No, you're not.
Actually,
especially if they only met like 5 years ago. Like maybe if you've been friends since birth. But like if you're like recently new, not childhood besties, I'd be like, no, you're not.
Okay, yeah, but we probably are.
But I'm on your side for that story.
Yes,
but if the roles are reversed,
yes.
No.
I'm in the same boat with you as well. Also on my side, but also not on my side of the road.
If it was someone saying it to you.
Yeah. And I feel like our friendship is we won't talk for like a couple of months and then one of us will call each other and we'll chat for like 2 hours and then we'll randomly catch up for coffees and meals and drinks and stuff. And it's a great relationship. Like he's awesome. We actually all went out for drinks. So him and his new partner and me and Willow went on a bar crawl. By the end of it, him and Willow, they're hugging each other. They're telling each other how much they love each other. It was great.
That's cute.
It was great. And then I have my other really good friend. This one's a little bit different, and I'd say it's a little bit more tricky because we met on Tinder. We were hooking up. He called it off with me. He friend-zoned me. He then unfriend-zoned me. I friend-zoned him. We both friend-zoned.
A bit of tennis there.
Yeah, we friend-zoned each other. We both unfriend-zoned each other.
For one last hurrah.
And then we friend-zoned each other again.
Love that.
So because of the unfriend-zoning and the friend-zoning, I think it makes it a little bit more difficult. So I do feel like if my partner
had done that,
it would make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But then also I know that I don't ever see this person in that way. Would never do like I think wouldn't be a thing I would go anywhere near anymore.
I reckon your situation, you can still be friends with him. And obviously your partner's still going to be like, yeah, sure, be friends with him. But for you got to check in with your partner first to make sure he's okay with that.
Yes. Oh, that's such great advice.
Because if the roles were reversed and they did have an ex-fuck buddy as like their best friend, of course you're going to be cautious. You've done it like 4 times before, like on and off. So like, of course you're going to be like, it could easily turn back on.
True.
Whereas if you're like, let's all hang out together, like blah, blah, and then he trusts you, you respect him enough to be like, I'm not going to go hang out at his house by ourselves. Like we might go get a coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess just like checking, make sure your partner's okay with it. And if your partner's not okay with it, you kind of have to be okay with that.
Yes.
As an ex-fuck buddy.
As an ex-fuck buddy.
As an ex-fuck buddy. As just a friend, I think your partner needs to trust you enough to know that like it is a friend. But then there's also limits with what you can do. Like you wouldn't have a sleepover at their house.
No.
But I reckon when you're younger, like 18 and stuff, you might stay at your friend's house after the clubs.
The clubs.
And there might be boys there and you might share a bed or whatever it is, but it's completely friendship-based.
Yeah.
But as you get older, like you wouldn't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a relationship.
I guess it just comes down to respect for your partner more than, we don't want no rules and regulations, but just respect the other person, open communication, blah, 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 blah.
What about new friends?
Okay, so
New friends of the opposite sex, if you're straight.
Yeah, true. Oh, then what do you do? Oh, we need someone who's not straight to come in and talk because I have a lot of questions about this because...
What, with being friends of the...
Same sex.
Yeah. Because would your partner still be upset with you or is it a little bit different?
So maybe what it all actually comes down to is trusting your partner.
Yeah.
Because we're probably all a little bit bi when it comes to it.
Nature. Yes.
Nature.
100%.
How do you feel about work wife, work husband? You told a story on the unrecorded episode about your friend's work husband, so please tell me again.
No, so it's my friend and then her partner's at work. And they got a work wife, work husband. But she was like, oh, it's like whatever. I never really cared about it. Trust my partner. Then she still trusts him. I'll just say that. They went away for a work trip to a really rural town. And work roomed them together. So in single beds, separate ends of the room, but in the same room.
A twin room.
A twin share, if you will.
I'm just saying, as a workplace, you shouldn't be doing that.
That's what I said.
That's really inappropriate as
That's
a workplace.
what I said. I was like, I don't think that's on him or the girl.
You shouldn't be, no matter the sex, if you've got two people or how many people going away for work, everyone
gets
needs
their
a
own
separate
room. And if not, room people of the same sex. It's just common courtesy.
Or ask them.
I'd much rather share a room with, you know, say a middle-aged woman than a middle-aged man. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if it's on a work trip as well, just a bit weird. But yeah, and he was like how uncomfortable about it. He like FaceTimed her straight away. I was like, this is the situation. This is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. Which I think is good because if you get put in those situations and you don't tell your girlfriend or partner, obviously when they find out, they're going to be like, what the fuck, you're sharing a room?
Yep.
But I think it's the way you go about it. But I don't think work wives, work husbands, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's when they start like hanging out of work all the time or like maybe texting like out of work hours all the time, making things a bit too close.
Yeah. So what is a work wife and a work husband, Nicolette?
I think it's just a bestie at work.
A bestie.
Someone you spend all your time with, right?
Yeah.
So you would be my work wife.
Oh my God, stop. We would be each other's work wives.
Work sister wives.
Sister wives of the travelling pants.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay.
I thought of another way to end our podcast actually, okay? I'm going to throw it at you. So we have our hot top.
Yeah.
And then at the end I'm going to say our hot tip. Our hot tip for the week.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
But can we make them up at time of recording?
Yep. Except I can't think of one. But go.
Okay. Well, this has just been thrown on to me. My hot tip of the day.
It can be a recommendation. It can be a tip.
Okay. Oh, people with long hair. I figured this out the other day. If you go on a walk and you're wearing a cap and your hair it's in your neck and you want to get it off, but you don't have a hair lacquey.
Yep.
I figured this out. I'm just going to take my headphones off.
She's doing a live demo.
I'm doing a live demo. What you do is you grab your hair, right? Hold it and then tuck it into the back of the cap where the
the loop.
Where the loop is.
Yeah.
You know, you usually stick your ponytail through it. You tuck it in and through.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Genius in the house. I've done a shit job because
We could just thread it through the other way as well. Like use the hat hole as a ponytail hole.
Yeah. You can thread it over and tuck it in or under and
through
ponytail. So
I love that.
fucking
genius.
You heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. Nicolette, what's your
I'm
hot
glad
tip?
you're way more prepared because I am not prepared. And I'm trying to think of a hot tip for you all.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. We'll wait.
Hot tip. Come on. Really instruct the kid you're working with to not use physical appearance.
Yes.
When playing a game.
Perhaps the hot tip would be to set all the rules
before the game starts.
Yes.
Thorough knowledge of the content you are teaching.
Yes.
If you will.
If you will.
That's a famous quote from my grandfather.
Is it?
And I was always like, whatever. And now I'm like, you know what? That's a great tip. Thorough knowledge of the content you're teaching. There.
Excellent.
Love it.
That's an excellent tip. So that is all we have time for today. We'll continue to release this podcast weekly. It's also on YouTube.
YouTube Shorts. Is that right?
Yeah. We're on TikTok. Can you guys engage with our TikTok because we're only getting a few views. Also, fucking as listeners, step up to the plate and start sharing our shit with all your friends and family and whatever.
Share it around. You know what I mean? We get all the messages from you guys, but share it with your friends. And you know what? Wes, go on a road trip
and play it.
And trap them in the car.
Play it for them.
Trap them.
Or if you're hooking up with people, get them to your house, lock them in the room, make them listen to it.
Yeah, that was one of our tips from last week as well.
Yeah.
And if you're ever in Sydney, visit the Great Barrier Reef. You won't regret it.
Hit me up. I'm in Sydney today as we speak. as you
Coming
listen.
to you from the future.
From the future. It's called De Facto, where we talk shit in a podcast no one asked for.
Exactly. See you next time. Over and out.